Mr. Elmer's Music Club.
All right, you're gonna be inside my head here right now, but not literally. Watch. Okay, what am I doing here? I'm just kind of vamping on a G triad. Where do we go next? C to A minor. All right, this is like lo-fi, low-key, woodshop style guitar that works. So I'm not really thinking anything, but what I'm gonna do is catalog ideas. So grab your guitar, and what I want you to do is think like this. It's more about a mindset. So yes, I'm starting somewhere. I do have a little bit of structure. I have a G triad, I have a C triad, and then I went to an A minor triad. I could have easily done G open, C open, A minor open. We're not gonna talk about any of the theory, what's the one chord, none of that. All I'm gonna do is kind of woodshed my way through this progression and come up with little ideas. So there's no editing in this video. I hardly edit my videos. If I mess up, I mess up. You need to see authentic, real practice. So G triad, okay? Now, I'm thinking, but I'm not thinking. What I am thinking is I'm like, okay, how am I flowing rhythmically? But maybe I open string it and then clamp down. Maybe I mute down. To the G triad, to the A minor triad. Okay, now right there, I'm free thinking, I'm flow thought process, but I'm aware what's there, even on a subconscious level. So maybe I think, okay, I played this G triad, I played this C triad on a different string set. Maybe I can go to an A minor triad in a different spot. Maybe I can do this one, hard one. This is a hard fingering. Let's see if I can free flow. And then I'll go back, maybe I free flow into the open G chord. Maybe I use the open chords in a combination of triads like this. Pretty much derailed there, but I didn't stop playing. Turn those mistakes into music. Nobody will know. Maybe I go, I got a G triad. I'm gonna kind of just use this as my little anchor point. This is G triad. If you don't know triads, you will, but again, this is not a lesson. This is, what am I thinking? I'm not thinking, if that makes sense. What I wanna casually suggest you do is grab your phone, use your voice recording thing or your video, and just record yourself doing an exercise like this. Heck, take the same three chords, G, C, A minor, and see how many variations you can come up with. Maybe I do this G here, this triad. Maybe I go to this inversion C triad, and maybe I just go back to it. See, here's what you're trying to do. You're obviously putting in productive, this is still practice. I call this noodling with purpose, right? Did I say that already? I might have. And then I did a C triad here. Then I think, where could I do the A minor? Maybe I try this A minor triad. So look at all the little things you're getting. You're getting this shape to this shape and then to this really hard shape. But if you can't get that, you try something else. Maybe you just use the open chords. Maybe your free flow is just downstrokes. I told you, okay, there was one edit. I almost got attacked by a wasp or a bee. All right, where were we? All right, so this G, okay, maybe you do an open chords. Okay, maybe you just do that. Maybe you do it muted, and maybe you do a free-flowing open thing where you hit mostly the accents on the upstrokes like this. To the C, to the A minor. Now, I will say this, no matter what you do, did I literally just lose my pick inside the guitar? Well, that's going in the video. All right, I no longer have a pick. So we're gonna do finger style. I told you this is gonna be free flowing. Maybe I do something like this. Maybe I do a little percussive thing where I pick that part of the triad right there. Maybe I'm gonna move up to the C triad here, just to stay on the same string set to the A minor, back to the G. Okay, so maybe we've got moves like that. I think I do have a pick in my pocket. Oh, look, what am I thinking? Nothing, but this is a different gauge pick. This is gonna make me play differently too. Maybe I play G, right here, part of the G chord, but I get the open strings to ring out, and then I move it up to the C up here, C, E, 8th fret, right here, low E, right? And then maybe I drop my third finger down on the high C, on the high E. So maybe I go. Maybe I'm just doing little exercises like that. Maybe I'm gonna flow through these triads and I'm gonna do a little lick there, see? I'm always keeping rhythm at the front, okay? Rhythm is king, always. All right, maybe we do something like this. Maybe we stay on this G major triad, GBD right here. Maybe we try and create like a little riff out of that. Just see what we come up with. If we fall apart, who cares? We're just trying stuff, okay? You gotta explore. Maybe I take this part of the triad off. Oh, I like that sound. Maybe I go back later and figure out what am I playing there. Look, it's gonna sound rough because the only way to progress is to do things you haven't done. So you're seeing me do that right here. You saw me almost get attacked. You guys, drop in the comments, was that a bee or a wasp? Okay, anyways, you never know what you're gonna get outside. We're woodshedding it in the backyard. So I want you to take your guitar today, and I just want you to try some of these ideas. Again, maybe I do this, okay. How can I move through this progression? I've already did it, and stay super close to the 3rd and 5th frets. And so instead of going up here in the C and here, I could do this. I think I just did it already. G, right? And then I just floated the C, triad to that A minor triad. That's a brutal one. Maybe you go from C to this G triad to this A minor triad just because it's a really hard movement. So I mean, if you really think about this, think about all the combinations you're coming up with, things you didn't have before you started doing something like this, and record it. So if you forget it, you have a catalog. Create a little file system, okay? Do the open chords to the triads. Maybe you do the bar chord to the triad. You guys know I love that one. Maybe you're practicing your muting technique on this move with the thumb going over the E and A string. And yes, you can do it, even if your hands are small. You'll figure out, watch. Bar chord to triad, bar chord to triad, and then put to the A minor. Okay, I'm derailing there. But again, I want to keep this authentic as possible. But what happens, this is just you in the woodshed. Nobody's going to see you doing that. You're seeing me doing it, but I just want to show you. You guys know what it looks like when you're in the bedroom or in the woodshed chopping away. So grab your phone, work through like a 2 to 3 chord progression. Maybe it's just something as simple as you're flowing between 2 triads. Just get rhythmic. Get the... These are all the things I can't really explain in words that happen, the micro movements that add up to great sounding guitar and rhythm playing that just come with the reps. So what I'm showing you here, this authentic kind of real world practice where you're not really thinking, you're using what you know. Now, of course, if you only know G to C and A minor open chords, that's all you can really do, right? You can try and flow somewhere else. So yeah, you have to like build your little systems. You probably want to learn, here's a C triad, here's a C inversion triad. I could have played a G up here, right? Maybe you do this shit, but look, this is G to C to the A minor. Flow. Again, this is just trying to show you some real world, authentic practice where you're kind of inside my head and I'm thinking and I'm not thinking. The only thinking that's really taking place is a subconscious awareness of what I have to use from my musical toolbox to make music. So I know triads, this one. I could have done A minor. I know I had the A minor pentatonic here. I know I have it here. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna have to do kind of more focused, structured practice, but this is still really good. I know I've said in the past, and a lot of people make it very taboo, noodling. Okay. If it's constructive noodling with purpose, like this, that's still fine. So technically, am I noodling? Yes. Do I have a little bit of an underlying structure? Yes. So that's like noodling with purpose. So give this a go. Go in the backyard with your acoustic, unplug your electric, get outside, unless it's freezing wherever you are. Where are you watching, all right? And don't get attacked by a bee, a wasp, whatever that was. I'm gonna have to go around the house and start looking for those nasty wasp hives that I like to blast out. All right, drop jellyfish or your favorite sea creature in the comments. Just keep going, only you can stop you. Don't stop, I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Time to get that pick out. Come on. Ah, got it. Okay, now the video can end. Peace.